shit one more time. This Pack TV. Pack One, person after knowledge. Where my people at? Warm it up. Warm up.
I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm trying to touch the toy. I'm trying to fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it. Look, nigga, all black, everything. And my diamonds all love like Girl Wayne.
Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Pack TV. It's people after knowledge over here. We reading books over here. We got shit over here cracking. I got my shelf right here. I got my books. We trying to spread the knowledge. It's trying to spread love. We trying to give back to the world, to the universe, and see what comes out in return. So if you like what you're hearing, subscribe, comment below. Should do what you do. I don't know. I'm just watching YouTube, kicking back, you know, at the house, going through the daily struggle. You know, we just trying to do what we love. But again, we're just warming up. This is a song I've been bumping right now. Just warm up a little bit, getting in before we get to the conversation and all that. Vibing.
I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm trying to touch the toy. I'm trying to fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it. Look, nigga, all black, everything. And my diamonds all love like Girl Wayne. Look, blue rags in the south of France. And some things in life that won't never change. Me, I'm a nigga that's supposed to walk, cause I'm a street survivor and they motives wrong. Before rap, we was Rolling Stones. I drove a Cutlass coupe, a copper cortisone. Front of the building on my mobile phone. I'm thinking pace myself, cause you can overdose. Not on the drugs, but the life you chose. But hanging niggas, they don't like parole. No such thing as they might parole. They putting cameras up and microphones. They got me sandwiched in. I want a nicer home. They know I take the risk. I don't know right from wrong. Plus any given day you might be gone. No cliches where the lines get drawn. Come on the block, it's a ride zone. For the loot, niggas stoop in the pirate mode. Paint with less strokes and divide your dog. Guns get drawn, niggas lives get lost. Never was entitled, had to fight for raw necessities in life. You see the reason, right? I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm trying to touch the toy. I'm trying to fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it. Look, nigga, all black, everything. In my 600 bands with a heavy chain. Look, you deserve a real nigga with money and some things in life that won't never change. Me, fell in love with a Cuban. A celebrity herself, probably fuck with her music. She the one that the shoe fit, but I can't stop her love. Look how the game has seduced us. Benny Hollins of the Root Crips. Lot of new responsibilities with all of this influence. Spinning racks therapeutic, so I snowflake the face like ACs in my new shit. One button where the roof went. TMZ taking shots, say cheese for the news clips. Dope boys and the boosters, gang bangers and hoopers. My style is inclusive. The streets is abusive, but it's like my nigga wanna survive, gotta shoot shit. Hella thick skin, never bruise quick. Yellow wrist and some 7-speed shit. I talk to you on some 7.
Alright, we gonna go with this one.
They're implementing another work platform again. Don't they have better ways?
So again, while this is playing, this video is just related to the last live I did where it's showing the origins of Mexicans. It's kind of how I'm starting off as far as the videos I'm posted and what I'm trying to show as far as perspective or where I'm coming from with my ideas and my philosophy as my foundational beliefs, you know, which every man should have. If you don't believe in anything, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, as far as my last video, I showed kind of our origins and our race and what we are as a people, or Mexican people. So this here is the creation story, like our oral story, and I'm presenting it in that older fashioned way, of which they made us watch as a as a kid, you know. But yeah, you guys can look into it, and this is just another, you know, ancient creation story myth before we start getting into the facts, or where I believe we might have come from, or what part of land, or getting into the conversations we will eventually have in the community we're trying to move into, as far as when it comes to history, or you know, my peoples, or being a voice. And I'm not expecting anything. This is just what I do on the regular, bro. I watch things like this on my phone, and I don't want to consume as much, so much, you know. I'm trying to create and give into the universe and give it some, so I get something back, in all honesty. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Again, it's Pack TV. Subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you guys think, dude. Definitely. Let's watch this thing. Let's see what's cracking.
Long time ago, before the time of Christ, the people, the Maya people of Guatemala and Mexico, told a story of the creation, of the birth of the sun and the moon, and of the sowing of the first corn. The Maya drew pictures of these sacred stories on pottery that was buried in the graves and in tombs. These pictures were meant to guide the dead through the frightening trials of the underworld to their final place of illumination. This story of creation is known as the Popol Vuh of the Kichimaya.
In the Kichimaya were a tribe of the same people. There was different Mayas. There was Toltecs, and all that was relating to like Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras. All these people, they call them Maya now. You know what I mean? But them back then were called the Kichi Maya tribe. And all pictures, I've seen it before. I was like in elementary, middle school, and I've watched it not too long ago. All the drawings are like real shit if you could read them and stuff like that.
Ka katsinok ka kachamamok katsinonik ka katsilanik ka kalolinik ka tolong na puchupaka Guaecate na betsig na bichang mahabi hunguinak hunchikop sikin kar tap che abak hul siguan kin kichelak chutukel ka geolik Maguicalá Huachuleu, Chutukel Remanik Palo, Upacaj.
These then are truly the first words, the first sounds. There was not yet one person, one deer, bird, fish, tree, rock, meadow, or even forest. All alone the sky existed. All alone the sea lay silent. The womb of heaven.
I want y'all to pay attention to how it starts off, and it relates to the Bible as well. How it relates to there's a void, and there's still water, and there's ether, you know, there's nothingness.
Was still. they were there. The former, the shaper, majesty and plumed serpent.
See that? Serpent. The former, the shaper, the majesty. Hear that? That sounds like a lord, don't it? Pay attention.
Brilliant they were then, and wrapped in plumes and dove feathers. They spoke. They thought. They pondered. Then they gave birth. Then they thought about the birth, the creation of trees and shrubs, and the dawn of life and humanity.
And he seen that it was good, right? Pay attention.
All created by heart of sky, heart of earth. They called on our grandmother, Ishmukhani, our grandfather, Ishpiaquk. What can you make that may be intelligent, that may worship us, that may call upon us? Try to make obedient beings,
Hear that?
respectful beings, out of earth.
Those Olmec people, look at their faces. That's what I tell you, dude.
Out of mud.
Look.
But the flesh was soft. It made no sense. It could not multiply, and so it was destroyed. Try again. Try one more time, grandmother of day, grandmother of light. At a stroke, the dolls were made, carved of wood. But the wooden people had no hearts, no minds. They abused the trees and the rocks. They abused their dogs and their grinding stones. They did not think of their...
Imagine to think that there's some people that might be made of wood still, that don't have hearts and brains, or that's their descendants, or their God.
Creator,
Think about it.
heart of sky, heart of earth. And so they were destroyed.
So however they were destroyed by a God or creator, who's to say, like, life always survives, man. Somehow manages to slip by. A very small percentage it just does, you know. So
Their dogs tore at them. Their pots smashed their faces.
the point is that those people or races or things can still be around. It's that simple.
And heart of sky brought a great flood.
See, this is the deluge. This is included in the Bible as well. After this, we're gonna go to the Bible and we're gonna start moving out of the cave as so it says to be, right? We coming out of the cave. This is where the stories we're telling each other.
Those who escaped the great flood are the monkeys in the forest today. This is the story of the making of the father of the hero twins who bring light to the earth. In the darkness, in the nighttime, were born one hunter and seven hunter. One hunter married alligator parrot. Their first two sons were one howler and one monkey. both artists and magicians. The fathers and sons played ball every day on the road to Xibalba, the underworld. Of Xibalba.
Look, I paused it to say there, as to say, it's like, if you look in general as these people, this is where we're going back into my beliefs, or where my Bible will start from, or our beliefs, right? Look at these people, they're normal, they're sitting down. Look at evil lords of Xibalba. Look, what do they look like to you? Look closely. I'll give you a second. Do you think these people who lived out in the jungle would waste their time getting ink or getting, some kind of canvas to write this down and lie about it? Who knows? That's still a question to be, because humans are funny, man, right? But this can't be. They're trying to teach us something, I think.
Were called One Death and Seven Death, Pus Maker, Bile Maker, and on like that. Their job was to sicken people, to kill people. They had heard of the miraculous rubber ball, and they wanted one for their own.
Might be an actual rubber ball, the sport they're playing, or Earth. You know what I mean? So, just varies, Just varies.
What's happening on Earth? They don't respect it.
You see, that's why I say Earth. You see, because it said this precious rubber ball, this miraculous rubber ball, and then this entity, so to say, goes and calls on this person who's a rabbit, which is crazy, because who's associated with the rabbit, you know what I mean? And the message, or the one they said calls God, right? So
in fact, they're throwing things over our heads.
Let's play that back right there so you can get what they said real quick. The shapeshifter, you see that?
What's happening on Earth? They don't respect us.
Let's go back real quick. I have to show you, man.
Were called One Death and Seven Death, Pus Maker, Bile Maker, and on like that. Their job was to sicken people, to kill people. They had heard of the miraculous rubber ball, and they wanted one for their own.
Look at shape-shifting, right? Look at the person it is. Look at the chest of that creature, dude. Just keep on thinking, keep on going where we're at. If you ever come across this video, if you know about all the stuff that's really going on, just
what's happening on Earth? They don't respect us. In fact, they're throwing things over our heads.
One Death had a plan.
Hey, Knife Owl, One-Leg Owl, Parrot Owl, Skull Owl, bring the ball players here. invite the fathers down here to play with us. We want to enjoy ourselves with them.
When one hunter and 7 hunter arrived, they were tricked and humiliated by the lords of Xibalba.
By the lords. Remember that. Xibalba. What did they say earlier about the alligator god, a reptile? He was a former, he was a crafter, he was a majesty, he was a lord. And then they bring in this person down to be with them. Peep game.
They just were not wise enough. And so they were sacrificed.
And they try to blame us, the Mexicans or the Aztec, Maya, whatever you want to call us, that we were doing that. No, these people were out. These elite, these Aguilars that control this world. This is them. If you look at the pictures closely, if you pay attention, if you know what's really going on, this is them. If you look closely, they're drawing them. They're telling you what they were dealing with. It's not myth.
One hunter's head was hung in a dead and barren tree. Instantly, that tree came to life, sprouting skulls and gourds and blossoms. It was forbidden to go near that tree.
You hear that? It was forbidden to go near that tree. He was the tree of knowledge. This is where it's combining within the Bible. This is where it's telling you this guy became that tree. Pay
It was
attention.
forbidden to touch its fruits.
Forbidden.
At the same time, there lived
This is Eden here. This is Eden. This is the creation story of what's going on, of why we are where we are today.
a maiden, Little Blood. She heard the story of the miraculous tree told to her by her father, Blood Chief, a
You see, it's a woman, right? You paying attention? It's a woman.
lord of Xibalba. She thought,
Why can I not go and see this tree? Its fruit is said to be truly delicious.
and so she went, all by herself, to the tree.
Will I die? Will I be lost if I pick just one?
Hear that? Tell me that doesn't relate to the Bible, dude. Tell me that's not the story of the Bible, what's really going on. Come on now.
You don't want this fruit. This is not fruit at all, but a skull that has turned around on the branches of a tree.
I do want it.
Then stretch out your hand. I have given you a sign. This head of mine does not work anymore. When a man dies, people get frightened by the bones. But one's essence is not lost.
And if you look at the moon today, that's what the moon looks like, bro. This is the image that is across the moon. You gotta pay attention what they're doing.
It remains whole and lives in one's sons and daughters. This I have given you, Little Blood. Climb up to earth.
Climb up to earth. You hear that? Eden is underneath where I'm talking about the cave. Where we're coming from, what we're doing, the story, origin of us. Pay attention.
Do not be afraid. You
Do not be afraid.
shall not die. For in you my sons will live. "6 months had passed when Blood Chief saw that his daughter was with child. All the lords of death gathered in council.
Make her tell the truth. Who is the father of the children in your womb?
Little Blood.
Remember the Jesus story, right? Remember what's going on as far as like how Caesar goes and tries to find out who's the father, trying to get rid of the baby. Same
Said that
thing.
she had never known the face of a man.
She lies. Howls?
Take
Had no man conceived this baby. Come on, man. Like, and this is before the Bible. This is something that relates back as an oral story for indigenous people in Mexico.
her and sacrifice her.
Bring me her heart in a gourd, quickly!
Away they flew, carrying the girl and a sacrificial flint knife. The owls did not want to kill Little Blood. But how could they trick the evil lords? What could they use for a heart? It was Little Blood who told them to take the sap of the tree. She knew that the sweet fumes would bewitch the lords, so that she and the owls could escape to earth.
You hear that? They pierced the tree. Look at that tree. It's being hung up, bro. Like this. They pierced the tree. Here. And that was a sacrifice enough for the Lord. Think about it. This.
And thus were the lords of sickness, the lords of death, and the lords of darkness defeated. It was by a maiden that they were all blinded by the sacred sap Kupal.
And that son was born. They defeated. They won the game of life and death, you can say, right? Who has the key? You know who's the son, right? That's the, she's having the child next. Think about it.
Little Blood had climbed to earth, to the home of the Creator Mother, the mother of the head in the tree, the grandmother of one howler and one monkey.
I have come, O Mother. I am your daughter-in-law.
Where did you come from? My sons died in the underworld. All I have left are these two grandchildren, one howler and one monkey. My sons are dead. I do not want you. Get out!
But it is true. You will see for yourself. My children will have the faces of your lost sons.
It is just your fornication which is in your womb. You are a demon, but I will test you. Go to our field. If you come back with a full net of corn, I will believe that you are my daughter.
In the field of the grandmother, there was only one stalk of corn. Not three, not two, but one stalk of corn. She called upon the guardians of the fields.
Oh, I am lost. I am such a sinner. I am truly unfortunate. O woman of ripeness, O woman of rain, O Chahal, guardian of the food of one howler and one monkey, O woman of ripeness, O woman of rain, O Chahal, guardian of the food of one howler and one monkey, O woman of ripeness.
Put in a spell. That's the casteism. This is going on to this day. You know, even indigenous native tribes have rain dances and all kind of stuff. It used to work back then because they believed it. They knew there was a God. They knew what was really going on. The problem is that we don't believe it now. We think it's magic or we think it's science. No, it's God. It's the Creator. It's having that faith in something from a higher source. You know.
O woman of rain, O Chahal, guardian of the food of one howler and one monkey.
This is a sign. It must be true that you are my daughter-in-law, and that your children are already magicians.
This story is of two boys. On the mountain they were born. They were called Hunter and Jaguar Deer. At dawn, the hero twins were born.
Do you see where they're coming out of, right? You see that, right? Yeah. Check out. You know they call humans sea monsters, right? You know that humans definition or in the black book or black law in the black book of law or whatever definition of words, humans are sea monsters. Yeah.
Their grandmother wouldn't receive them. She didn't want them. The older brothers were jealous and red with anger. They wanted the twins to die on the anthill. They wanted the twins to die on the thorns. But the twins did not die. They just grew up in the mountains hunting food for the family. Hunter and Jaguar Deer were never given food or warmth. They were just always hungry. One day, the twins came home without a bird of any kind. Not one bird for the grandmother.
Why are there no birds? Why is there no dinner?
Well, what happened, Grandmother, is our birds were caught up on a tree. We could not climb out to get them, dear Grandmother. If our older brothers would like to, let them come with us to bring the birds down, dear Grandmother.
All right. We'll go together at dawn.
We shall transform them. We shall teach them a lesson. Just what they wish for us shall be their misfortune. There is Yellow Tree. There are...
Who says that? Who said just what they wish for us shall be their misfortune, right? And to everyone out there, let's say it again, and to anyone who gives that evil eye or whatever they wish to us shall be their misfortune. And that's what it is. And we know who says that relating to the Bible. Again, my argument and my point of this video showing you relating to my live one is like the Mexicans or the creation story somehow relates to the Bible. And I believe the story where it correlates where the origins of humanity or mankind might be, you know, in my opinion.
Our birds are up there. Climb up. Just climb right up.
One howler and one monkey went up after the birds. But the tree shot straight up into the sky, and they were terrified.
Hey! Baby Brevin, help us! Save us from this frightening tree! Dear sweet brothers, take pity on us!
Just loosen your belt. Let your loincloth hang down like a tail.
One howler and one monkey were defeated, punished for their arrogance, their jealousy, and their anger. It was the magic of the twins that turned them into monkeys. Time passed. Now the hero twins were young men.
We'll clear your fields and sow your corn.
Their words were just to trick their grandmother so that she would feed them. Truly then, it was the magic of hunter and jaguar deer that cut the trees and planted the corn. At dawn, they returned to their cornfield. All the trees had been raised up again. All the brambles and the thistles had entangled themselves again.
Someone is playing a trick. Someone is making fun of us. Let's just watch over our cornfield tonight and surprise them. We'll just catch them and stop them.
It was midnight when the animals came along, all talking in their own language, all saying, "Rise, tree, walk. Rise, vines, walk." Deer and rabbit lost their tails, but hunter and jaguar deer were still burning up because they could not catch even one animal. Then they heard another one.
And it's crazy because, you know, deer and rabbits don't have a tail. Like, it's true.
Then they saw Rat. They seized him, squeezed him, and burned his tail. They made Rat's eyes bulge and his tail have no hair.
Wait a minute, don't kill me. And it's not your calling to plant the cornfield.
What are you telling us?
I'll tell you right away, but, first give me a little something to eat.
We'll feed you later.
All right. Your calling is the same as your father's 1 hunter and 7 hunter who died in Xibalba when they went down there to play ball. You are ball players.
Well, the twins were so happy to hear that they were ball players and not farmers, they rewarded Rat for all eternity with corn, squash seeds, chili, beans, cacao, and chocolate. And if you find anything in the garbage that you like, you could have that too.
Crazy, and that's why rats are, they're everywhere. If you think about it, and they have access and they eat everything. God takes care of them in that way. Like, gods don't work. The rats don't have to work to gain some food, you know, or electricity. If you think about having faith, like, and we're more as humans more precious than a rat, and they created us, and they're taking care of rats. Imagine how they take care of us, like, and we're valued more. Not to say, but we're a created being more valued.
Your father's gaming things are hidden in your roof. Their rings, their gloves, their ball, all hidden from you by your grandmother. You see, your grandmother doesn't want you to die.
We'll trick her, said the rat as he scurried up the roof beam, which is called Road of the Rat today. We are hungry, grandmother. We want some chili sauce. Grandmother, we are thirsty. Bring us some water. But then they made sure she wouldn't come back for a long time. Mother, we are really thirsty. Bring us some water. And they got rid of her too. High up on the roof beam, Rat scratched away until the sacred ball and all the gear fell into the hands of the twins.
You see how it look like they're kind of like in water, you know, you get something and it's just like, everything starts taking you up. It's crazy, right?
They were playing a long time on the court of their fathers when the lords of the underworld heard them.
Someone up there, over our heads, has started a game again.
They were excited by the sound of the ball, and they wanted one for their own.
Go and call them.
Let them come here to play ball. We'll wound them.
We'll beat them.
We'll make them crawl.
Knife out. One leg out. Parrot out. Skull out. Go call them. Say to them, come with us.
Hunter and Jaguar Deer were still playing ball when the owls arrived at grandmother's house. After she agreed to tell the twins of the summons, she sat alone and wept.
It's just like the coming of the owls before their fathers went off to die in the underworld.
A louse plopped into her hand.
Oh, you, my little child. Wouldn't you like it if I sent you to go along and find my grandsons at the ball court? Tell them messengers have come to your grandmother. Tell them come to Xibalba within 7 days. Tell them your grandmother told me to say this.
The louse crawled along until he met Toad.
Your message will move more quickly in my belly, louse.
But then Hawk swallowed Snake and flew to the ball court screeching, Hawk, Hawk, Hawk.
I have a word in my belly for you.
And he vomited the great snake. The snake vomited the toad. And the toad just opened up his mouth and drooled, and nothing came out. The twins pushed on him until his back was like it is today.
Oh, now look what you've done.
Your grandmother cries. You must go play ball with the lords of Xibalba in 7 days.
And that's what we'll stop it at. This will be like the first part of this video of the Popol Vuh. Looking more into it, just check it out, you know what I mean? And anyone that does tune in into future videos of the one, I'll be dropping this, the second part of this in a couple days, maybe Tuesday or Friday, it all depends. I appreciate it if you guys tune in. Definitely do your homework. Again, it's Pack TV, Person After Knowledge. I'm Pack One. Enjoy your night. Bye.